Hey, what's good, y'all? This is Ryan Jackson for Ryan Jackson LLC. Hope you guys are having a beautiful and wonderful day. Is we're almost at the end of the work week. I know many are on vacation for the the holiday season. You know, this is that time of year. People, they take off work and they go on vacation. Kids are out of school in many places this week or next week, beginning. I think today is their last day, so they'll be out tomorrow and then all of next week and then the following week in a lot of places. I hope you guys are being safe um, and everything, and I hope you had a beautiful and wonderful week so far and a beautiful, wonderful day. I'm gonna get into the topic for this video. So, as we know, this is like I alluded to. This is the holiday season, so many of us are going out to the malls and spending our hard-earned money, making these merchants rich, buying stuff on credit that we can't afford to pay for, to buy stuff for our loved ones to show them that we love them. The insanity of it all. You're going out to these malls, making these merchants rich, these people who don't love you. They love your money, they love the fact that you're going in debt. You spending all this money, going insane, fighting traffic, fighting long lines, being impatient to buy presents for your loved ones to show that you love them. How crazy is that? Many of y'all are buying presents, putting things on credit, on layaway, or what if they still do that now. I don't know if they do with layaway now. I don't partake in that foolishness. Um, for your snot-nosed bratty kids, many of them don't deserve these presents. They're gonna play with these toys, whatever you give them, electronics. They're gonna play for it for maybe um, a couple of days, a couple of weeks, and they're gonna be done with it. It's gonna be somewhere sitting in the closet or in your garage, collecting dust, collecting cobwebs, spider webs. The spiders are gonna have a habitat for these toys, electronics, pretty much toys. Because, like I said, these kids, they play with them for maybe a couple of weeks and then they're bored with them. So, many of y'all gonna buy your snot nosed brats these toys that they're gonna discard and not play with. But why do we celebrate Christmas? Where does it come from? I'm going to get into that. Yes, it's a Roman feast honoring the Roman god Saturnia. This Saturnia comes from the planet Saturn. Saturnia. I'm going to get into that. So, um, a full-grown evergreen tree sprang overnight from a dead tree stump, which symbolized the springing forth unto new life of the dead Nimrod. Nimrod. Keep that name in mind. On each anniversary of his birth, Semiramis chained Nimrod. I'm sorry, Semiramis claimed Nimrod would visit the evergreen tree and leave gifts upon it. The new evergreen tree symbolized that Nimrod had come to life again in Tammuz. This is the real origin of the Santa Claus and the Christmas tree. It is why Jeremiah knew of the Christmas tree 6 centuries before Jesus the Christ was ever born. Before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash it down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications on when I do videos on here. Jeremiah chapter 10, verses 2 through 4. For the customs of the people are vain. For one cutteth a tree out of the forest, the work of the hands of the workmen with the axe. They deck it with silver and with gold. They fasten it with nails and with hammers, that it move not. Isaiah 29, chapter 13. These people come near to me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. Their worship of me is based on merely human rules they have been taught. Matthew chapter 5, verses 7 through 9. You hypocrites, Isaiah was right when he prophesied about you. I just read Isaiah. These people honor me with their lips, but their hearts are far from me. They worship me in vain. Their teachings are merely human rules. So all this celebration of Christmas is paganism. You're worshiping the sun god. The ornaments, the lights, that's worshiping the sun. It's not worshiping Christ. It's not worshiping Jesus the Christ. It's the worship of the sun. The star on top of the Christmas tree, that symbolizes the sun. And the lights and ornaments that you deck on the tree, that's the symbol of lights, of the sunlight. But the star is a symbol of the sun. So you're worshiping the sun god. Paganism. It's not worshiping about Jesus, Jesus the Christ. Where in the Bible did Jesus said, cut down a tree in my name? Show me. Where in the Bible did Jesus say, go out and be bankrupt, putting stuff on credit that you can't afford to buy presents to show your loved ones that you love them and care about them? Where is that in the Bible? Where did Jesus say, go out in my name and run up a light bill, putting up lights around your house and outside? The electric companies love y'all. For my people that live in Tampa, Tico, love y'all. My folks in Detroit, DTE, love y'all. People out here in California, in the Bay, out here in California, PG&E, Pacific Gas and Electric, they love y'all. In Atlanta, is it Georgia Power and Electric? I forgot what it is in Atlanta. Someone from Atlanta could tell me, or Georgia. Put it in the chat. They loving y'all right now, all across this country. Y'all making these utility companies astronomically rich. Y'all making them their profit that much higher. You're going out here, you lighting up your house, the inside of your house, 24/7, burning these lights around your Christmas tree, around your living room. Then you put it around the shrubbery outside your house, in your front yard, on your roof. Where did Jesus say to do that in his name? Where did Jesus say to go out and get a Christmas tree in his name? To honor his birth. Where did Jesus say to go out here and put stuff on credit, going out here making these merchants rich? Where did he say that? Show me in the Bible. It's pagan worship. Come on, y'all. Someone talk to me. It's pagan worship. Jesus never said to do that. And Jesus was born in September. That's right. He was born in September. For those of you who know the planet, the way the planet works, and the way that the fall season works, the farmers in that part of the world, in the Middle East, the harvest was in August. The harvest was in August. September was the fall month. So when September came, the Romans collected taxes on the Palestinians and on the citizens of the Roman Empire in September. That's when the Romans would collect their taxes. In December, nothing grows. Nothing grows in the month of December. Someone talk to me. If you notice, in the fall months, the leaves fall off the trees, grass doesn't grow. So how could the shepherds feed their flock in the winter months in December? This is what we're taught. This is the lie that they've been telling us for centuries. And we sit up here and we repeat the lie. You know what they say? If you say something over and over again, people start to believe it, even with a lie. This is a lie. Jesus was born in the month of September, not December. The Emperor Constantine, thus the city Constantinople, which is now Istanbul, Turkey, the Emperor Constantine instituted modern day Christmas. He made it about Christ because Constantine was pushing Christianity in the Roman Empire. Look it up. So this modern day Christmas worship is from the Emperor Constantine. But before that, the Christmas tree symbolized the birth of Nimrod. It was a rebirth of Nimrod. I just alluded to that. The rebirth of Nimrod. Not Jesus, but Nimrod. Nimrod was evil. Nimrod had sex with his mother. Nimrod was wicked. Nimrod was into human sacrifice, pedophilia. Like I said, he had sex with his mother. So the symbol of this Christmas tree that y'all got up, that's around the world, not just here in America, but around the world. That's the symbol of the rebirth of Nimrod. So they say Jesus is the reason for the season. No, Satan is the reason for the season. I'm gonna give you let you know what I'm speaking of. What are you talking about, Ryan? Why do you say these things? Why do you say that Satan is the reason for the season? Think about it. You go in debt. A lot of people going in debt for this holiday season, more so than any time of the year. Debt is not of God; it's of the devil. You stressing, wondering about buying presents for your children, for your loved ones, making Christmas dinner, whatever. A lot of people are lonely this time of year. They're depressed. That's not of God, that's of Satan. Debt and depression is of Satan. Depression leads to suicides. A lot of people take their lives during this time of year than any other time of the year. Taking your own life, that's of Satan. That's not of God. DJ Twitch, Ellen DeGeneres DJ. A lot of them, just last week, he committed suicide. Is this family thing about the holidays? This man would have two or three kids, and he takes his own life 2 weeks before Christmas during the holiday season. So it was going through depression. I'm assuming we don't know, but this man offed himself, took his own life during the holiday season, 2 weeks before Christmas. He has young children, has a wife. He's gone now. You think they think about a damn holiday season? My cousin, my cousin in Syracuse, guy that she graduated high school with, shot himself. Um, they had this memorial service over the last Friday. Over the weekend. Believe he died the same week as DJ Twitch, the day before, the day after. He shot himself. He has a 12 and 13-year old, according to what my cousin had told me. He has a 12 and 13-year old. He's married. He shot himself. You think his kids, his family, you think they worried about a damn holiday season? This man killed himself 2 weeks before Christmas. Debt, depression, suicide, thievery. You have more break-ins, home invasions, car theft, people breaking in cars, stealing. Stealing. You work hard to provide presents for your family, and some piece of crap steals what you work so hard to buy, to try to bring joy to your family. Theft. I said it all the time on my channel. Be safe out here going Christmas shopping. These people are wicked. Theft is of the devil. That's of Satan. That's not of God. But this is supposed to be the reason for the season. Jesus is supposed to be the reason for the season. Peace on earth, goodwill toward all men. Really, we got a war going on in Europe now that's been going on for months between Russia and Ukraine. Are they going to stop this war because of the Christmas season? Hell no. Are people going to stop robbing people, shooting people, knocking people over the head to get their presents? Greed, that's of Satan. Gluttony, you stuff your face full of food. You get drunk, drunkenness. You get drunk during the Christmas season. You all these things more so this time of year than any other time of the year. Am I right or am I absolutely right? All these things are of Satan. They're not of God, but we're being told that Jesus is the reason for the season. It's not making sense. It's like you telling me 2 plus 2 equals 29 and a half. How is that possible? How is it that being in debt, being depressed, people committing suicide, theft, drunkenness, gluttony, how are all these things of Jesus? How is it possible? They're of Satan. How is this possible? Please let me know. Am I missing something here? What's wrong with this picture? All the things that I mentioned: drunkenness, gluttony, theft, um, oh, scams. There's a lot of scams going around this time of year. That happened to me 17 years ago during Christmas. Depression, debt, people taking their own lives. How is this of God? How is this of God's Son, Jesus the Christ? How is that? How is that possible? Please let me know. It's not. It's of Nimrod, the father of Christmas. Yahshua, that's correct. Jesus' correct name is Yahshua. There was no, that's right. You're absolutely right, brother Steph. They still worship the Roman gods. Yes, they did. There was a Roman god. Well, I'm gonna get into it here in a minute. So I'm going in about New Year's. But yeah, but Constantine was pushing Christianity. Was pushing it. He created Christianity. He was never a Christian, but he created it. Christianity didn't exist before the Emperor Constantine. Nowhere in the Bible does it says that the prophets of the Old Testament were Christians. They practiced Islam and Judaism, not Christianity. Nor does it says in the New Testament that the apostles were Christians. They followed Christ, but they weren't Christians. And Christ studied the books of the Old Testament. So, come on. Come on. Islam didn't come into existence until the 7th century CE. Well, Islam is actually the religion of Abraham's son Ishmael. It's one of the ancient Abrahamic religions. You have Judaism, you have Islam, and Islam came from Ishmael, Abraham's son. Ishmael Islam. That's where Islam descended from. Ishmael. But this Christmas holiday, and then we sit up here and we lie to her. That's another sin. This is something else of Satan. You lie to your children. You sit up here, these parents sit up here and you tell your children, before I go any further, hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Parents sit up here and lie to their children that a fat white man come down the chimney, eat milk and cookies, and drink eat cookies and drink milk and cookies, like Bernie Mac said, milk and cookies, and leave presents. You work day in and day out, going in debt, putting stuff in your credit card to buy presents for your snot-nosed brats, and you lie to them. You lie to your children and tell them that a fat white man or a fat black man came down the chimney, came down the fireplace, and you leave milk and cookies out, and he dropped these presents off. Y'all will sit up here and lie to y'all children about that. And then you have, in the same breath, you tell your kids, don't lie to you. But you've been lying to them for years. Lying to your children. You work your hand to the bone, putting up with crap on your job just to go in debt. Just to go in debt for your snot-nosed brat so they can have a nice Christmas. And then you give credit for that to a fat, obese white man or a fat, obese black man now. Some of y'all don't even have no damn chimney. You live in apartments. Where's your chimney? Y'all don't even have a fireplace. Would he come down the fire escape? Y'all keep this lie up. Stop it. You better not cry. You better not pout. I'm telling you why. For be good for goodness sake. Oh, you better not cry. Santa Claus is coming to town. Santa Claus is... So Blitzen, Prancer, Dancer, Trancer, Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, the little elves making presents up in the North Pole. Stop it, y'all. Stop it. Stop it. Stop with the lie. These are white lies from the father of lies, Satan, and his son Nimrod. That's where all this comes from. And y'all have nerve, these pastors have nerve enough to have a Christmas tree in their church. I've seen it. I grew up on it. I was deceived by my parents. My parents were deceived by my grandparents. They probably was deceived by my great-grandparents, who probably was deceived by my great-great-grandparents. You see how the lie keeps going from generation to generation to generation to generation. I have to give my mom and dad credit though. They told me that they were Mr. and Mrs. Claus. My father told me, I'm your Santa Claus, that's your Mrs. Claus. So they did tell me that, so I'll give them credit for that. But this whole thing about Christ being born on Christmas, they lied to me. They didn't know. I can't fault, they didn't know because they were taught that. Their parents didn't know. My grandparents were lied to because their parents didn't know. My great grandparents were lied to because their parents didn't know. You see, the generation of lies keep going and going and going and going, and now we're still lying to our children. And they're going to lie to their children, and they're going to lie to their children. So for centuries, the lies keep going on. How about telling the truth? How about breaking that generational curse and telling the damn truth? Christmas is not of God. Christmas is not the birth of Jesus the Christ. It's not. Christmas is a celebration of Nimrod, of Satan. That's what you're celebrating. I just laid it out for you. Yeah, Christmas was illegal. Yeah, because the early settlers in the 1600s, the Puritans didn't celebrate Christmas. It was illegal. I think Christmas officially became a holiday in 1830s, maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. No, I believe it was the 1830s when Christmas officially became a holiday. But we keep the lie going. We keep it going. We keep it going. We keep it going. So while y'all, yeah, Xmas. That's what you should be celebrating, Xmas, because in mathematics, X is the unknown. You're not celebrating Christ. Where in the Bible did Jesus the Christ tell us to go out and put up a Christmas tree in his name? To go out and deck it with gold and silver sash around the tree and put up lights. Give these paying giving these utility companies our hard on money. They love y'all. These credit card companies and utility companies, they love the month of January because they say these suckers, thousands of dollars in debt. When y'all get that electric bill, when y'all get that credit card bill or bills, electric bills, you're gonna be like, huh, damn a Santa Claus, damn goodwill toward all men. Where I'm gonna come up with this money now? Then you look over there in the corner, and that toy that you bought, little Johnny and Susie, is sitting there collecting dust and spiders crawling all over it. But Merry Christmas. No, out of here with that. It's the biggest scam, it's the biggest lie, and it's been going on for centuries, and it will continue to go on. And damn it, we gotta break this generational curse. We gotta tell the truth. We gotta tell it. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. We have to break this curse, y'all. We have to. It behooves us. Goodwill, you hear people say, and I've been saying for the past 15 years, this is the fakest time of year. That's another thing of Satan. You see, all these attributes of our Satan, they're not of God. Being fake, that's of Satan. Oh, goodwill toward all men. Fa la 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 la. Fa la 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 la. Goodwill. I love everyone. Fool, you don't even know everybody. What about January 25th, February 25th, March 25th, April 25th, May 25th, June 25th, July 25th, August 25th, September 25th, October 25th, November 25th? Why isn't there goodwill toward all men the year round? Why isn't it goodwill and being kind to your fellow man or woman during the out throughout the year? Not just December, but throughout the year, January through November. Why wait till December to I love everyone, fa la la la, goodwill to all men, goodwill to all men, I love everyone, goodwill to all men, uh-huh, oh, I want to give, I want to give, I want to give. But after New Year's, it's back to normal. After the holidays are over, it's back to normal. Oh, get out of my face, you bum, you such and such. But just last week, it was goodwill to all men. You were all in holiday spirit. What happened to giving? What is January 5th? What happened? What happened? It is a selfish holiday. It's fake. It's fake as hell. Stop it. Be real. If you're gonna be an asshole from January to November, be one in December. If you're gonna be jolly and giddy and goofy, be that from January to November. Don't wait till December. Be yourself year round. Don't wait until Christmas, the holiday season, which is supposed to be Jesus to Christ. Just be yourself. Jesus don't want us to be fake. He don't want us to fake the funk. So why fake it in December? Jesus is supposed to be the reason for the season, right? Hmm. What about in the summer months, the spring months, the fall months? How come Jesus is not the reason then? How come that's not goodwill to all men then? This holiday is such a farce. Yes, I have people tell me, well, when you was a kid, you believed in Christmas, you celebrated Christmas. Well, when I was a kid, I believed in a lot of things. I believe wrestling was real. I believe everything in wrestling was real. When they used to and they would fall back, I believe that was real. When you were kids, you believe things. Your sense of reality, you don't have a sense of reality when you're a kid because your brain is still developing. The Bible says, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I thought as a child. But when I became an adult, I put away childish things. The Bible says that. So to those who say, that goes out to those who say that I celebrate Christmas as a child. Like I said, when I was a child, I spake as a child, I thought as a child. But as I became an adult, I put away childish things. And many of you adults need to put away childish things and stop speaking as children. Thank you, most excellent 9595. I appreciate you, brother. Thank you for the love and support. Steph Carlo, thank you, brother. Thank y'all, brothers. I appreciate y'all. It's only a few, but hey, there's strength in numbers. Even though my numbers are growing, the Bible says where a few are gathered in my name, well, we have a few. So the faithful few that follow me, that's on here right now, I thank you. I thank you. I appreciate you from the bottom of my heart. I do. Thank you. Hit that thumbs up button, smash that thumbs up button down, hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Moving on, New Year's. The Romans celebrated New Year's January. The god Janus. Janus had two faces. Janus looked back in the past and looked forward to the future. What do you do on New Year's? You look back at the past year. Man, 2022 was a hard year, man. 2022. 2022. But 2023 is going to be bad. It's going to be good. 2023 is going to be this year. That's the god Janus. Thus January. That's what the Romans celebrated. The god Janus. Like I said, he had two faces. And the new year does start in March because March is the first month of spring. That's when everything springs forward. So the whole celebration of the new year being in January goes to the Julian calendar, which start in January and ends in December. So all these celebrations of New Year's comes from the Romans, the Julian calendar. New Year should start in March because that's when everything is anew. That's when everything grows. March is the first month of spring, not January. January is the dead of winter. Everything is dead, it's cold. Why we celebrate New Year's in January? And New Year's is the most evil holiday there is. You think Christmas is evil? I'm sorry. We used to use the Julian calendar. Thank you, brother. So now the Gregorian calendar. That's what we use now. from January to December. We're used to you, Sir Julian. Thank you. Appreciate you. Um, New Year's. Everybody New Year's. Man, I'm gonna get drunk. I'm gonna get lit on New Year's. I'm gonna go out and buy a suit. When I'm gonna go out and buy my dress, my you know what, my screw me dress. And what do you do on New Year? Single men try to get them some. Single women try to get them some. You make out and you be sexually irresponsible, sexually promiscuous on New Year's. That's the most sexually promiscuous holiday I know because I used to do it. I did it for years. For over 20 something years, I used to behave this way. I'm not a saint. I don't say I'm a saint. I don't say I'm perfect. I'm still a work in progress. I'm a married man, so I put away my whorish ways. But I was a big hoe. Yes, Ryan Jackson. I'm in therapy now. Let me let me just divulge something. I'm not a perfect person. I'm not the man I was 8, 9, 10 years ago. I'm far from that man. I have a long way to go, but I've come a long way too. So I'm not perfect by any means, by any stretch of the imagination. But when I was a single man and I was a hoe, I could not wait to January 1st. I would wear my suit. I would go out, go partying, go drinking. Hey, what's good, girl? Hey, you know, yeah, Happy New Year. Make out, and I would get me some. That was my whole MO for New Year's to get me, or if I was talking to somebody already, it would be to have sex in the new year. That was all I was doing. That's all I was thinking about throughout my 20s, throughout my 30s, damn near 40. I met my girlfriend, now my wife, when I was 39. So from yeah. So up to a month before my 39th birthday, before I turned 39. Well, I'm gonna say 39. So from what, my late teenage years till I was damn near 40, you talking about 23 years of me being a hoe. And I would go out and I would try to get me some. I would try to get me some. Wear my best, wear my suit, wear my cologne, go out to the club, do my thing, get drunk, make out. If I was with somebody who I was talking to already, we would go out and we would go into the new year. I try to get me some from them. If I was talking to anybody or with anyone, I would try to meet somebody, and then do that too. Make out and then go into the new year. I did this a lot. I look back at that, I'm like, wow, wow. Kind of like the god Janus, how he looks back. But I'm not comparing myself to the god Janus. No, I'm not doing that. But I'll look back at that. I'll say how stupid and silly I was. That was just foolish. And a lot of people still do this. People my age and even older, they still have that mindset. I'm gonna get drunk during New Year's, get drunk. Out with the old, in with the new. But is it really out with the old? Because the same thing you did last New Year's Eve or New Year's, you're doing it this New Year's Eve into this New Year's. So you still have your old ways. So it's not really out with the old, in with the new. And then people make these dumb resolutions. I'm going to lose weight in the new year. I'm going to be a better person in the new year. I'm going to fall in love in the new year. I'm going to do this in the new year. I'm going to do this, that in the new year. Stop it. Stop it. Stop it. It's just words. 90% of that stuff you don't even mean. You just saying it because people say it. People are like puppets. I promise you, they like puppets. It's crazy. It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy. Crazy. We the stuff we do, and you got to wonder why. Where does this come from? You got to ask the question, where does this come from? How do we get here? Why are we doing this? And how do we stop it? How do we break this curse? God is not pleased. We have had 3 earthquakes out here in the past 5 days. We had one Saturday in Oakland. It was a small one. I was leaving work, and my coworkers asked me, "Hey, did you feel that earthquake? Did you hear about the earthquake in the earthquake?" I'm like, "I didn't feel nothing." I said, "It must have been in the East Bay." It was an earthquake in Oakland. We had one on Tuesday. That was Hey cuz, what's going on? My cuz Sharonda. Hey, how you doing? G- Thank you for coming on here, cuz. Love you much. Um, yeah, we okay. We had an earthquake 270 miles away in uh Fortuna for Fortuna, California, near Eureka, up near the Oregon border, maybe about 4.5 hours away from us. That was a 6.3, 6.2. Did some damage. A couple people were injured. Then we had one Wednesday morning, yesterday morning. That was a 3.1. That was a joke. We felt that one. That was a 3.1. So these earthquakes, it's been cold out here. We're going to have 11 days of rain. It's supposed to rain every day from December 26th to January 5th. Every day, every day from December 26th to December 5th. Down south, my homie in Atlanta, good brother, Aaron Assad, shout out to you, brother. He told me they're having frigid temperatures in Atlanta. Frigid in the teens, single digits. My cousin in Mississippi told me they're having frigid temperatures in the teens and single digits all throughout the South. Detroit's supposed to be getting hit with a blizzard this weekend. Pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to the weather. The Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan keeps saying it. He keeps saying, pay attention to the weather. Pay attention to the weather. Just 2 weeks ago, over in England, they had a snowstorm in London, all throughout Britain. They had what, 8 inches, 9 inches of snow in England, in London, not just in London, but in Birmingham, Liverpool, Manchester. I've lived in Europe for 2 years. England, it's rare for England to get snow in early to mid December. They got inches of snow. They have freeze advisories. London looked like Minneapolis. When I saw the pictures, I'm like, wow. I thought I was looking at Minneapolis. No, it was London. I saw Big Ben and the London Bridge. The Thames River was frozen. I'm like, wow, wow. That's unusual for Britain in early to mid December for them to get a snowstorm, a blizzard. They had to close Heathrow Airport. Really? They already closed. Yeah, and they closed schools in Syracuse. But see, that's normal for Syracuse this time of year. But for London, for Clarksville, Mississippi, Atlanta, Georgia, freeze advisories, Charlotte, North Carolina, all throughout the South, Alabama. It's cold in Florida. They got freeze advisories in Mississippi and Georgia and North Carolina. The South has never gotten this cold. I mean, it gets chilly down there during the winter, but freeze advisories, they get in temperatures like Minneapolis, like Milwaukee, like Detroit, like Chicago. You never heard of that for like a city like Memphis or Atlanta or Charlotte or Mississippi. That's unusual for them. But like the Honorable Minister Louis Farrakhan has always said, pay attention to the weather. God is not pleased. We're getting earthquakes out here. We've had 3 earthquakes in the past 5 days. What the hell, man? Granted, the ones in Oakland were small, but the one that was 270 miles from us, 4.5 hours away, that was quite a big one. That was over 6 on the Richter scale. Well, I know about Clarkston. Our cousin Pearl lives in Clarkston, Mississippi. I spoke to her a couple of days ago. She was telling me about how she had to crank her heat up because it was in the teens. The teens. She said it was getting down to 4 degrees that night in Clarksdale. My cousin Pearl. It's crazy. God is not pleased. God is not pleased with us. He is talking to us through this weather. So pay attention to the weather. I cannot stress that enough. Pay attention to it. Pay attention to the weather. And be safe. Many of y'all, excuse me, many of y'all are Christmas shopping. Please be safe. Be safe out there. Keep your head on the swivel. Be aware of your surroundings. Beware and be aware. I repeat, beware and be aware. Brothers, sisters, be careful. These people are just ramping up their evil during a season that's supposed to be of Jesus. People are more wicked and evil now. People are desperate. If they could clock you over the head for a Christmas for your presence, and I've seen it happen, break into your car, shoot you, carjack you, break into your house, be careful. Just be careful out there. Now, this is supposed to be the season for Jesus. And like I said earlier in this video, this is of Satan. This is of his son Nimrod. Jesus is supposed to be the reason for the season, but people got to be careful. People getting carjacked, people getting their cars broken into, their Christmas presents stolen, people's homes are being broken into, people, getting packages from Amazon or whatever, and you got these porch pirates stealing people's stuff off the. These people are wicked, but this is supposed to be the season of Jesus. How is this possible? How is this possible? But I digress. Hit that thumbs up button. Hit that thumbs up button. Smash it down. Hit the subscribe button so you get notifications when I do videos on here. Drop your comments below. Let me know what you think. Like I always say, be careful. Like I just said a few seconds ago, please be careful, y'all. Brothers, sisters, be careful. Christmas shopping, grocery shopping, picking the kids up from school, whatever you're doing, running errands, whatever you're doing, please be careful. Please be safe. Be safe. Be aware of your surroundings. Be cognizant of where you are at, or where you at, or where your location is. Beware and be aware. Thank you for the love and support. I love y'all. God bless you. Peace and blessings to you and yours. Not just this time of year, but throughout the year. Peace and blessings. I love y'all. Thank you for the love and support. And like I always say, we don't have to agree, but let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's do that. Let's agree to disagree without being disagreeable. Let's not cancel each other because we don't agree with each other. Let's stop that. That's of Satan. That's that satanic foolishness. Another white lie. The devil. I think I said enough, but y'all get the gist of my point. Y'all get my point. Love you too, cuz. Thank you for your love and support. Thank you, cuz. I love you very much. Love you. Any event, hit that thumbs up button, hit that subscribe button. I love y'all. Peace and blessings, and take care. God bless. Thank you for the love and support. I thank y'all immensely. Thank you for the love and support. Continue to support your brother. Share this video, share it, make it go viral on your social media accounts. Please share it. Get the message out there. The truth must be told. Stop the lies. We got to stop the lies. Break the generational curse of lying to our children, of us being lied to when we were kids. Let's break that curse. We got to. Love y'all. Take care. Peace and blessings. I'm out.